I'm not ready for this. What's going on with my life?
We're never
crashing and burning. I don't know anymore, Danny. I can't do it.
You know, it's funny. I had everything all set up to go, and then my computer just completely froze. My laptop just everything froze, and I was like, "Crap! Is that why Jason's not on right now?" And so I was kind of like having a panic attack.
Dude, I was having a panic attack because my camera wasn't just wasn't. Nothing was displaying. I was like, "Oh gosh." I lost audio, Danny.
Okay. What's happening here?
There you go. There you go. I see you. I hear you. Can you hear me? Nope, Nope, don't hear you. What'd you do, Danny? What did you do? Okay. All right. For those of you,
can you hear me now or not?
Watching. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, but the audio isn't as good, right?
No, the audio is better. Wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. It should be working now. Let's see. Rode NT USB. Hello, hello, hello. Mic check 1, 2, 3.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Nothing like starting live with no audio.
With some technical difficulties, we just probably lost everybody at that point. So, hey, good evening, everybody, or wherever you're watching us. Welcome to the Monday live show with Jason Vong and I, aka that one camera guy, Danny, I guess. Again, we're gonna have some show notes posted in the description or in the comment section after the show is over. So if you catch this after the fact, please check down there to find out what we're gonna be talking about this evening. But right now, we still got a few minutes in the pre-show. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into the kind of the heart of the show today. But it's going to be super casual. There just hasn't been like a whole ton of news going on as far as everything. I feel like everyone's posting an A7 III video left and right, myself included. But there is some interesting news with this new Tamron 28-75, which just blew my mind in terms of the pricing, which we'll talk about a little bit later today on the show. And yeah, but as usual, we'll have we'll get to our new gear stuff and some news topics and some shooting experiences here and there. But yeah, we're definitely gonna go with that later. So let's see.
They're saying you're still using your laptop mic.
What the heck? How is that possible?
No, it sounds like you're near your road.
Yeah. It should be. I mean, at this point,
be the road.
Let's see what the audio is still somewhat off. Yeah, let us know if the audio is good now. Let me know. Geek Loco is asking, will the Tamron be better than the Sigma 24-70mm Art F2.8? What do you guys think? I personally haven't had a chance to use that lens combination. Jason has, so Jason might be better to chime in on the particular lens. But if you maybe image quality wise, it could be better. But I would say the Tamron's going to be a little bit better because it's going to be native to the full frame mount or the E mount. So we don't know yet. I would hope it is. I mean, that's all we really hope for. Jason, do you have some recollection with your 24-70 when you used it, the Sigma Art? Or did you test it for video autofocus?
I tested out for the video autofocus only. I mean, like, I remember for the 24-70 Sigma with the MC11 adapter, you have to put the camera into fast and responsive for the autofocus speed and sensitivity for it to actually keep up pretty well with the G Master. But I still wouldn't rely on adapting lenses for any sort of video work, at least for video autofocus.
But you didn't get a chance to get some image samples by any chance that you felt?
I did. I think I did, and it did pretty well. I didn't do any sort of like moving tests.
Yeah.
So any subject or object that are moving by, I didn't really try to capture that. But I mean, like if we're capturing like portraits or landscapes, it's the same deal. I mean, like when your subject and your object is static, it's not an issue. But when things starts to move, that's when, you know. So that's the thing that we have to be watching out for adapting lenses.
Yeah, absolutely.
In general, yeah.
Let's see. Sergio Canales, audio is good. Riddell's echoing the same thing. Atola Visuals, what's going on? She says, sing us a song. Atola, if I decided to do that, half the stream would just completely disappear. So, Jason, do you sing? I know you play guitar. You play, right? But do you sing?
I don't. No singing whatsoever. We'll have Atola Visuals sing for us.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely. Andrew Mullins, 2 thumbs down. Oh, that's a terrible idea. He says he's also pre-ordered. He says he can't afford the G Master. And Michael Mistro dropping $10 for this evening. Bam! Start the party off right. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes. I know some folks in the chat are wondering if they should pre-order the 28-75. Like I said, we are going to talk about that a little bit later, but shameless plug here. I'm just going to go ahead and drop a link. It is an affiliate link to B&H Photos. So if you're interested in picking up the 28-75, there is a link there. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that very, very soon. So,
I mean, $799 for a zoom lens that's a 2.8. That like,
yeah, it's going to sell out. This lens is going to be I have a feeling is going to be sold out for like the first month.
For a while. Yeah. You know what gets me right now is that how are all these camera tests coming from China? I'm like, how are you guys getting these photo samples, man? I want to walk into my cameras. I want to walk into Sammy's and be like, yo, you have that Tamron lens? I want to check it out. I want to play with it.
Jason, we have to fly to the source, man. We got to go to China next.
We got to go to China. Fly to China.
We go straight to the source, man. I think that's going to be the next thing is we can't be waiting on like this if you want to get the actual stuff first. So
yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and try to.
Was made in China, right?
Was it? Yeah, A7R3.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to happen more and more often where the sources are going to get the image samples ahead of time and we'll just have to wait till everyone else gets it, or unless Jason has some additional connections we don't know about. But
yeah, it's just let me drop one of my China homie. It's like, hey man, what's up? Ni hao. You send me the lens.
Maybe there's someone from Tamron watching us right now after this live stream goes. Let us know. I mean, if you'd love to send me and Jason a copy, we would greatly appreciate it, and we would obviously review the lens. So yeah, Tamron, if you're watching this, send us one our way. I'm sure everyone's very interested to see how well that lens is. But we got to start the show right now. Everyone, thank you for joining us. It's the Monday live show that happens almost every Monday, I would say, with some certainty between my channel, aka That One Camera Guy, and that of Jason Vong. Jason Vong, say hi.
What is going on?
So, yeah, our show's starting today. Again, show notes will be posted down in the description below. But let me go ahead and give you a quick brief on what we're going to be covering today. As usual, we're going to start with new gear. We'll talk about some deals going on right now, some shooting experience I had recently on Saturday, and then some really brief news topics. There's not a whole lot going on that I was vaguely interested in wanting to cover today. So, but yeah. It looks like from Sony Op Rumors post about Nikon high-end mirrorless definitely coming in spring 2019. Chris and Jordan from the Camera Store TV are heading out from their old YouTube channel and jumping over to DP Review. I thought that was very interesting. We'll talk a little bit about that. Obviously, the Tamron 28-75 and an SR5 rumor with the soon to see A7S III or potentially the Alpha 6700. So that's what we're going to be tackling today. Q&A will be towards the end of the show, so hang tight for those. But right now, as usual, we're going to go and start off with our hashtag new gear. That's what we're going to usually go with. But before I even dive into that, Jason, so I've been trying to figure out my internet situation, right? You know, I have potato quality all the time. Am I looking like potato today? I just need to know.
You're looking pretty good today, man.
Okay, so guess what I'm doing right now? I am bonding 3 internet connections into one. That's what I'm doing right now today. Okay, so I have my Ethernet connection, I have my jetpack connected, and then I have my phone being used as a hotspot. So I have 3 connections. I'm using an app called Speedify, and I'm running those 3 signals through that, and it's somehow hopefully bonding those three sources together so that I get like a decent stream. I think. So
as you were explaining, the quality dropped a little bit more each and every time. So I'm just like,
I probably shouldn't say anything, but yeah, that's the hope. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't look like potato. And definitely, Jason, let me know if my audio cuts off throughout the stream, though.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah,
you're
just
good
let me know.
But it's definitely an improvement. I mean, you were super potato from like when I rewatched some of our stuff, you were like a little mushy. Now it's more clear. It's more clear.
Oh man, it's probably still super potato. Damn it. Okay. All right. So again, we're going to go ahead and start off with hashtag new gear. Go ahead and drop that hashtag for us in the comments, and we'll go and jump into the live chat soon. So we're going to go ahead and start off with Jason. Jason, what have you recently picked up?
So I'm probably going to talk a little bit more. Well, I guess I'll just talk about it now since, yeah. Anyways, bought a new backpack. I got the Airport Essentials from Think Tank. So if you guys caught us live at like certain photo conventions or any of the travel videos that I've made, you guys usually see the Peak Design Everyday Backpack on me. It's a great backpack. It's a fantastic backpack. But it sort of falls into sort of like a hybrid everyday bag / camera bag. So the amount of things that you can pack in that 20L Peak Design backpack is really not that much. You really have to like break down your gear in order to fully utilize all the compartments inside of that bag. So I've been using it for about a year, kind of got tired of just being so limited and packing my gear in that bag. So I decided to actually get a fully functional gear backpack. So I got the Airport Essentials. I'll probably do a what's in my bag video once I get it. But essentially, it's around the same size as the 20L Peak Design backpack, but the way that it's designed allows me to fit more gear in. So it's going to be helpful for whenever I do have a traveling gig that I need to go to. I would bring that bag just to like fit more gear in. It's also overhead plane compartment friendly. But for like other like, you know, general travel stuff, if I'm on vacation or anything, I'll still stick with the Peak Design bag. But for traveling, working gigs, I'm definitely going to be taking the Think Tank Airport Essentials backpack. So
do you feel like that particular backpack? So the Think Tank. So it's like a backpack again, right? So
it's a backpack, yeah.
Okay, so it's a backpack. You feel like it just carries more than the 20L, correct? On the Peak Design?
It's just the way that it's designed allows me to carry more stuff, like fit in a lot more gear. The way that the Peak Design is designed, it's just kind of weird. Like you have to like utilize the side doors of your backpack, the side flaps to like put gear in, and it's just not very, like to me, like if I'm in a run and gun situation, it's just hard to like have to dig around and grab stuff when I need it. So but the top hatch allows you to like quickly pull out your camera if you need to. But again, just the amount of gear that you can fit into the Peak Design bag is really not that much.
Just upgrade to the 30L, Jason.
No, dude, that's the same problem. It's the way that you can put gear in and having to take things out. It's the same issue.
I mean, I like mine so far, so I like it.
No,
I don't have any complaints. Yeah, it's not a bad backpack.
It's not a bad backpack. It's just like if you want it to be a fully functional gear backpack, I just think it's not quite there for like it's essentially an everyday backpack. You know, you just use it for like anything. It's good for that, but in terms of like functional gear backpack, it's not really there. Yeah,
I get you, Jason. I totally get you on that one. All right. As far as new gear on my end, so like I said before, I told you I picked up the Aero 15X laptop. It has an expandable storage option to add another M.2 drive. So I upgraded I'm using a laptop right now. So I added in a 2 terabyte M.2 SSD from Western Digital. That ran about $450 via Amazon or so. In the future, I might actually just add another 2 terabytes. So I'll have a total of 4 terabytes of M.2 storage or SSD storage. And I picked up a third-party Z battery. It hasn't come in yet. I just picked it up recently, ordered it. I did a pre-order on the Tamron 28-75. Let me know in the comments if you went ahead and did that as well. And because Lee and Jason both had a Rode, did you guys both have a Rode Video Micro? I got so jelly, I went ahead and ordered a Rode Video Micro because I'm trying to vlog a little bit more, and people are getting on my case about the audio. So I'm going to go ahead and get a Rode Video Micro. Yes.
It's because you have that wind reduction feature turned on your camera that just makes you sound like you're underwater. I think if you turn it off and add a little bit of like the little toupee on top of your camera, I think the audio quality will definitely.
I bought some of those Ryko things. I'm just waiting for it to come in tomorrow. So the Rode Video Micro comes in tomorrow, and those little Ryko covers come in tomorrow. But I'll talk a little bit more about the shooting experience in just a little bit. But yeah, I kind of like the small form factor that it had. Does it do a good job, the Rode Video Micro, of picking up audio from behind you? So if you're holding the camera, for example, in front of you, Rode Video Micro is facing this way, you know, is it doing all right in terms of audio behind you?
I think we might have to ask Kitty on that because she's been using it a lot more than I did. But in terms of capturing audio in front, it's really good. I was actually surprised. I think the reason why I don't use mine as often before was because it just drained the crap out of my Sony camera. So now with the new like FZ batteries, it's not an issue anymore.
Atola is saying, I'm doing a Rode Micro review right now.
There you go. There you go.
We'll just bring her on next week and have her talk about the Rode Micro. That'd be great.
You can do what Caleb from DSLR Video Shooters. He like have like a mic in the front and a mic pointed back the other way.
Oh shoot!
So he has some crazy rig going on for like he has a crazy tutorial for a rig on shooting vlogs. So.
When you were getting your Rode Micro, did you look at the other option? Because there was this third-party version that was available that people were reviewing as well. I looked at it. It was like $30 versus like $70 to $80 on the Rode Micro. And I just went with the Rode because they usually take care of their stuff. If something happens to it, I can usually contact them. And they'll usually help me out on that case. So I was like, I'll just go with the Rode because of the warranty and everything like that. But
well, I bought mine almost like two years ago, maybe even less than that. But I got it roughly around the time that it just came out. So, but I had to stop using it because it was just draining so much battery on my A7R II. So I was just like, okay, this is not worth using.
Have you ever used that Rode Video Micro with your actual phone? Because I know you can adapt it to your phone. I think.
No, I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, you definitely can. You just have to get that TRS to TRRS adapter.
All right. I think we're going to go ahead and jump into the new gear with the chat. So again, let us know if you picked anything up in the last week or two, if you didn't get a chance to mention it last week. And then we'll get talking about some other stuff right now. So let's see here. All right. I can't find. Oh, there it is. I'm seeing potato and French fries.
It's upgraded, you know. It's you used to be potato quality, now you're cooked up. You're French fry quality.
French fries. You know, I'm looking to actually bond four connections soon, so I'm going to try 4 and see if that helps.
That is insane, man.
It's getting ridiculous. I'm looking at, you know, even consider just getting like 3 more of these and just adding that plan and just having 3 of these. I don't know, man. It's a problem. Okay.
So is that good for travel? Is that good for travel? Let's say you have crappy Wi-Fi at your hotel, but it still works. You combine it with your crappy signal from your phone.
Yes.
Maybe, you and I are there. We can combine all 4. But it would just like boost our signal. That's insane.
Yes. But the problem is the Speedify app, you have to pay for it. So I'm just trying for 1 month. It's like $8.99 unlimited. You pass through the data through it, and it's like a VPN, and it also bonds it. But right now, if everyone's telling me it looks like potato, I'm like, I'm literally running 3 connections, and if it looks like potato, it might not be worth it. So we'll see if I do 4 connections and see if that does any better. But yeah. All right. Riddell Photo, new gear downgraded to the 16-35 f4. So he made the jump to that. The 51.4 FE and the 85 G Master. So he took what? To the Bodice 18 plus the Bodice 85. So he switched over just to the 18 to the 85. Wow.
So not only does he have a lighter gear, he also has the sexiest looking gear ever, the Bodice series.
Oh,
so Rodell finally did it. He was talking about getting that either the Bodice 18 or the G Master 16-35, and it's a long time coming, man. I feel like it's been forever.
You know, Jason likes his Zeiss stuff, especially that 135 f2.8.
Oh, I still have it, man. I still have it.
I'm waiting for the day he sells it. We're just waiting.
We'll see. We'll see.
Drew Felder, new gear A7 Mark III plus a 28-70 kit lens. You know, I'm thinking about putting a video together on that kit lens later on, maybe in the week. You know, I've been trying to pump out some videos, try not to let Jason catch up. You know, it's a game for me right now, so I'm trying, Jay. I'm gonna kill my head to die from doing all this.
We have a super chat donation, Andrew Mullins. Let's make a GoFundMe for Danny to make a move where he can get good Wi-Fi. Yes, please.
I'd rather not do the move if I can just buy like a couple more jetpacks because I'd be paying more somewhere else to live. So if I can just get more jetpacks, it'll be cheaper for me.
You need to move to an area with better Wi-Fi connection and where it's not as hot. South Korea.
South Korea. All right. I don't know, Jason, if you want to tackle some of these new gears.
Yeah. So let's see here. Mikey says, new gear 16-35 G Master, expensive, but super good. So worth it. Very nice. Super sharp lens.
Nice lens. I wish I got that.
Fathom Rocker, new gear, Peak Design slide light, new version. I love it. I love the new, the thin tethers. They're so awesome.
Mm-hmm. Michael Mistro, new gear, small HD 703, loves it. I'm guessing it has 1,000 nits of brightness. I can only imagine.
Yes. AB Positive Bulldogs, new gear, Sony 18-105, long live APS-C. Hashtag APS-C is definitely, most certainly dead.
Man, if someone makes a shirt, you know, APS-C is dead, send one over to me or something. I'd wear it during a live show. APS-C is dead. Oh, man.
It's not David dead because I'm still using the 6500 for this live show. So.
Oh, for now.
I've never gotten my full frame cameras to work for these live shows. So.
Damon Hart saying Jason is a millionaire or he's in a ton of debt. He'll never tell us.
Probably in a ton of debt. Probably.
Hover, new gear, A7 Mark III, 24-70 G Master, and the Sony 85 1.8. Can't go wrong with those. Very nice.
Vincent Vega, new gear, SKB case with a think tank inserts. Nice.
Nice. I got that too. I think it's the same case. It's SKB branded.
Sean West.
Go ahead. Go.
Oh, new gear A7 III 24-105 just in today, still in the box.
Are we preventing you from going into that box right now, Sean? Don't let me and Jason. Actually, just wait till the show's over and then go ahead.
Why don't you just open it now while you watch the show?
Yeah, dude. Don't wait for us.
No, I understand. Unboxing something is a very sacred moment that has to be done with peace and quiet.
You know, it sucks because when I'm having a film the unboxing, it's like I'll have a box for like 2 or 3 days, and it's just chilling there, and I'm waiting till I have time to do an unboxing video. It sucks sometimes, and I'm like, I'm just not ready to film it.
It's like I gotta film an unboxing. I just want to open it now.
Lucky Never, hashtag new gear, Peak Design leash for my A7 Mark III, and then Atola Visual saying. She's a Peak Design fangirl saying, Jason Bong, you need to upgrade to that 30-liter bag.
Yeah, but I want to look like a turtle. My body size is not built for a 30L. Danny, on the other hand.
I still remember with Lee, we all had Peak Design bags.
3 Peak Design bags strolling downtown LA.
Yeah.
Tag the shooter, hashtag new gear, A9 hot shoe repaired by Sony Pro Support. Very nice. And Mikey says, agree with the Peak Design, Jason. Kind of ran into the same problems and also trying to figure out how to carry my Zhiyun crane around easily. So what Danny actually, I don't know if Danny does this, but what Lee from Z Pro Media does is he has it on the side pocket and he used the little strap to kind of hold it all together. I personally myself just stick it into one of the flaps. It does take up 3 of my compartments, but it was one of the best ways to carry around. the crane.
All right, Tony A, new gear. Actually, that's what I would do if I ever carry it around. I like I said, I got to use my Zhiyun crane a little bit more. Jason, can I ask you something really quick because you're the expert for the Zhiyun crane? I was because you and Lee were balancing out your A7 Mark III with the Zeiss 55. Do you lower the A7 III down? You know how it can go down on the Zhiyun crane, right?
Yeah,
like, where did you have it placed? Did you actually lower it down for the balance?
I probably have to show you how to do it, but essentially you have to find a point where it kind of bounces. You don't lower it too much, I believe. Or no.
When you did it, did you feel like it was steady? Because like I was trying it out myself earlier. It didn't feel very steady for me when I was actually trying to balance it out, and it didn't seem like it was going very smooth, in my opinion. But I don't know. Like I said, I just got to practice some more, man, with the Zhiyun crane stuff.
All right, give you a one-on-one private lesson after the show.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Can't wait for that. All right. Tony A, new gear. Tamron 28-75mm F2.8. Obviously, the one that's coming out. He's still waiting on his A7 Mark III. It's been almost 2 months. Holy mackerel, man. I am so sorry.
H-Zone, no more new gear for me. Gas is killing my wallet. That's true.
Let's see. Atola Visual is saying you well for the Rode mic, yes, you can hear from all angles. That is good.
Kyle and Chetta, new gear, Peak Design wrist strap plus the Z battery charging dock. Probably will get the new gear 28-75 in a few months after saving up. Yeah, actually, I forgot. I actually picked up that new MOA dual charging FZ battery charging dock thing. Pretty cool.
Nice. Okay. Drew Felder, hashtag cave potato. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. New gear. Jonathan Logan said he's buying an Alpha 6300, a Sigma 30, a Rokinon 12mm F2 to jump into my own videography. He's asking gimbal or glide cam.
Gimbal all day long.
Yeah, just gimbal. Just pony up the cash for the gimbal to make your life. Oh, Michael corrected me. It is 2400 nits. His small HD. Dang, that's bananas.
There's a one Chinese guy in here. Hey, this is hashtag new gear 7200 G master on a 6300. Moving to the A7 III later.
What the heck? I like that one Chinese guy. What the heck?
Oh man.
Oh, I did not even see that one. That's funny. Hey, that one Chinese guy. Nice to meet you.
One Chinese guy.
Chang Su, new gear, A7 Mark III, Zeiss bodies 25mm F2, Zeiss 55 F1.8 finally arrived. Dude, awesome.
Nice. Harrow, new gear, A7 III, 1635 F4, 8518. Thinking about that Rocknon 35 1.4.
Ooh, is that the FE, I'm assuming? I don't know personally. I mean, I think over the summer I'm going to try to get those rentals, rent some of those out for testing. Sean said he's still at work. I think that's why he can't get his stuff open yet. So, all right.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Folks, we got to tackle questions towards the end. We do apologize. Just catch us up towards the end. We'll try to answer them. Go ahead, Jason.
Info commercial. Hey guys, new gear, Sony 90mm macro, 2.8 macro, A7 III, 28 f2 with an ultra wide converter. Very fun, awesome combo. Looking forward to shooting lots. Awesome. Good luck, Brad.
Vincent Vega says he's got a $100 hoverboard from Craigslist because I can't afford a gimbal.
Well, that's a dolly right there. That's a $100 dolly right there.
Let's see. Is that it? I think we're almost. Oh, tag the shooter. Zhiyun Crane Plus. Jason, which plate do you use it on? I can't figure out how to balance it with the 2470 G Master.
That's too big for the Crane Plus. You have to get the Crane 2.
Send it back. Send it back, tag.
You got to get the Crane 2 for that combo.
And Ethan, A7 III and the 24-240. I kind of want to just check that lens out, that really big mega zoom, or the that really long all-purpose lens. And and curious, but what the heck, curious potato? Oh, we are getting trolled. Are we getting trolled out here today?
Curious potato and that one Chinese guy.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. A7 III, 28 f2, Zeiss 55 f1.8, and Peak Design wrist strap and Zhiyun Plus. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump into a couple things as far as quick talks, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into some of the news topics right now. So, Jason, did you know that the A7 III was back in stock today?
Was it? Wow.
Yeah, for a short period of time. And now, unfortunately, it's out of stock again. So it's delayed once again from B&H Photos. So is there anybody in the chat, like some have already mentioned, are you still waiting for your A7 Mark III? Just terrible. Terrible. And then the Rokinon 50mm F1.4 FE, if you didn't catch it already, it's on sale from B&H Photo for its sale. I think it's only like an hour left before it ends. So if you want to go ahead and grab that lens, I don't have any personal experience with it, so it is totally up to you. Anyone in the comments, let us know if you enjoy that lens or not, but shameless plug, there's a link for that. So yeah, if you'd like to go ahead and check that out. And we'll talk about the 28-75 later. So Jason, so I wanted to go in and share a little bit about some experience shooting on Saturday because I was shooting a track meet. And in my video, I was debating whether or not to wear this little hat here.
I saw that. You're like, why not bring this today? And then you brought it with you.
So like I said before in the past, in my area where I shoot, I never, ever will see anybody with Sony equipment. Never. Never. It never happens. I'm usually the only one with a Sony camera. With the exception of another photographer that I know that rents stuff out every now and then. But I was wearing this during the track meet, so I was wearing this the entire time. Obviously, it says like Sony on the back as well. And one lady was asking me, you know, what camera did I switch over from? I guess she shoots as well. She was asking how I like Sony. And then there was another guy that was talking to me, and he just says, yeah, I have the Sony A9, the Sony A7R III, and it was trying to ask for my opinion on stuff. Obviously, doesn't know who I am, but it's all good. No worries.
Secretly that one camera guy on the internet.
Secretly that one camera guy. But what's crazy though is that I'm starting to see Sony out there. I just usually see Canon and Nikon, but it looks like Sony is making its way. I especially in the area that I'm in. So I'm very, very interested to see how that goes. But
more and more people, especially with the A7 III being a lot more affordable. Even I think Kitty told me the A7R II is also down in price too, $2,000.
Oh, nice.
Same price as the A7 III. Isn't that crazy? 42 megapixel camera.
I would say, and I have a video that's going to come out soon, probably tomorrow. Man, if you're between this A7 III and the A7R II, I would say don't. If you've never used the 42 megapixels, get the A7 III. If you've used the 42 megapixels, I think you're going to be cursed to have to get the A7R III. That's the way I would look at it, because those megapixels, man, it's insane the amount of detail you get. It's kind of addicting.
You've been beating me on a lot of these topics. These are the topics that I've been wanting to talk about, except I haven't made any videos on them yet. You're like A7R III versus A7 III. Damn it, I
filmed my other video. I got a video saying, which one should you get? A7 III, A9, or the A7R III, or the A7S III?
Calm down with the videos, man. All right, it's just, you know.
You're my inspiration, Jason. You're my inspiration.
Daily videos coming back. Daily videos.
Like, the only way I can keep up with Jason at this point is I must produce daily videos just to keep up with Jason, because he's steamrolling it right now. I'm just like, oh God, I gotta do this.
It's like, oh, Jason's only 2,000 subs from me. I better start cranking up videos.
Oh, it's getting close, man. It's getting close. And I remember last summer it got really close, and I was like, I gotta separate. So, dude, and I'm excited for it. I have no qualms if you pass it through, man. You deserve it, man. You've been busting it. So
the day that I surpass you in subs, that is the day that our live show pops.
Hey, whoa, you don't talk about that, man. We talk about that later. You know, I think we got like 4 shows left. Is that how it's going? So
I think after this is 3 shows left, so I need to catch up by then.
3 shows. Folks in the chat, when do you think Jason will catch up to me? I want to know. What's your prediction? I don't know. That's being just stupid anyway. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump into the news unless there's something interesting we caught in the chat. Let's see. Danny No is asking, where do you guys get the hat? Okay, so Jason's got some special connects. I got this one in New York at Photo Plus. That's where I got it from. I spun this wheel and it landed on a hat. And so I got this hat in New York. I wish Sony would send me not a trucker version, but one that's like covers this, because my head would get sunburned. I got sunburned on Saturday.
I have the other one, the regular cat one. I actually took it to get it dry cleaned today.
Oh, dude. Let's see here. The race to 50K. I told who's gonna get to 50K first. That's gonna be it, Jason. When do you think you're gonna hit 50K? When do you expect to hit 50K?
I don't know. Probably by June.
Damn it. All right. Daily videos. I'm gonna do daily videos. I'm gonna start renting a bunch of crap right now. All right. I'm just gonna rent daily videos. All right. Bro, I need an affiliate for that hat. They do not have an affiliate. I don't think there is. Jason, do you have an affiliate for this?
I don't have an affiliate for that hat.
I guess I got to stop by or just ask them, can I just get a hat? You know, one that's not a...
We'll just go to conventions and we'll just like start loading the bag up. We'll spin the wheel every time so we can win some new prizes. So we do a giveaway on the channel.
Oh, very, very true. Very true. That'd be nice. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and jump into our news topics, guys. It's not going to take us a whole long time, and then we'll tackle Q&A, and then we'll just hang out for a little bit and call it a day. I mean, that's our live show, man. It's a hangout time for us and you, especially since you guys join us all the time. We appreciate it, man, especially the folks that are always here. So we'll briefly talk about this. Would love to know your guys' thoughts on this. We've talked about this before, but it looks like it's a lot more serious now as far as like when it's going to happen. But Sony Alpha Rumors posted that, I guess execs again from Nikon are saying spring of 2019 is when we're going to see a high-end Nikon full-frame mirrorless camera. Canon's probably going to drop something as well. And the question I really always usually have is it too late for them at this point? And what would Nikon need to bring to be able to compete at this point? So, and those of you in the chat, if you're a Nikon shooter or have Nikon stuff still, what's it in it for you? Would you be willing to just go back into Nikon if they were to bring out something really good, maybe a mirrorless version of the D850? I don't know, something bananas like that. So, Jason, I know you don't have a tremendous amount of experience with Nikon cameras, but you know, what do you think? Is it too late for Nikon at this point? Do you think they're going to be able to catch up to Sony?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's good. Like, I think we talked about this a lot of times, too. It's just, like, it's good to have more competition out there to kind of, like, offer a different perspective, offer different features that kind of get the other camera manufacturers to put that same feature into their cameras. So it's just a matter of, like, competition. It's healthy competition, essentially. Yeah. So I don't think it's too late at all. You know, we talked about the new Canon mirrorless cameras. I mean, in some ways it's lacking, but it's gonna get there one day. It's gonna get to the level where it's just like there's 3 really good cameras in the market. They're unique in their own ways. Which one do you choose? So it's just a matter of time. But yeah,
I think the big one is the lenses. If they have to create a brand new mount and you can't adapt the lenses to get really good compatibility, I think that's gonna set Nikon or even Canon back. I think that's probably the one issue. So if you can take your Canon glass or your Nikon glass and be able to use it seamlessly with the systems and it works like 1-to-1, I think that's going to be a really big push for them. But
it's tough. I mean, like that kind of really defeats the purpose of a mirrorless camera. You have to mount, if you want to mount a DSLR lens into the system, it just causes the whole thing to be bulky and all that stuff. And it's just better if they redesign and keep everything lightweight. So you have 2 different systems. Maybe
that'll be an opportunity for like Tamron to jump in on those markets, right? I mean, they've got their FE model coming out, so maybe we'll see that. But yeah, I think if they were able to, for me personally, I think it'd be fine if they were just to design a camera system, because I think what they're going to do, Jason, is really just revamp their DSLR. So you're still going to have that larger body size, but with a mirrorless system inside. I really think that's what they're going to do. But obviously, if anybody has a better background knowledge, and let us know. But I think that's what they're going to do, and I think that's fine. A lot of people love the D850, and Nikon system's still doing really well. It's just they got to move on with the tech that's there. So, all right, what's going on in chat here? Let's see if there's any comment on that. Photo Miike says Nikon doesn't have to catch up to Sony. Nikon just needs to stay around for the people that still want to use Nikon gear.
Ooh, very nice.
Are they going to stay around long enough, Photo Miike? And then what happens? I'm just curious on that one.
Diana gladly says, geez, they need to step up their game. That's why I left Canon.
Ooh. I mean, I was the same way too. That's why I left Canon as well.
Carson Chung, I would not go back to Nikon if for videos. Otherwise, photo-wise, still nice with Sony sensor. Hashtag Nikon is dead. Ooh.
Eee. Oh man, Nikon is dead. Ouch. I hope not. I really don't. Again, it's one of those things where you just don't want them to just die out. Give them a fighting chance. Vincent Vega. Do you guys think that Nikon and Canon will kill their DSLR systems by making mirrorless? Not any. I don't think it's gonna happen too soon.
Eventually, yeah. Eventually, we'll get there. I don't think now, but eventually, yeah.
I still think those Rebel cameras are selling really well for everybody. So,
I mean, A mount is kind of dead.
Yeah, Sony just doesn't want the same thing yet. Dennis says he just left Canon, not planning on switching back anytime soon. I mean, I think that's going to be the killer right there. All right,
lucky never. Casio Compact is dead. Damn, I had a Casio camera. That's the camera I used to shoot a lot of my high school videos with.
I thought that was a calculator for a second.
No, they have the I had the Casio Exelim. I don't know what it was, but it was it shot really crappy videos. I think the resolution size was like 320 by 240.
I remember that. I remember that Casio Compact.
Yeah,
I do.
Man, videos 320 by 240. That's an ant size.
Photo Miyake says Canon's still #1 in the world. Lots of Canon fanboys and girls patiently waiting for the Canon mirrorless. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm just curious to see. I'm just curious to see what Canon's going to bring. I mean, we're starting to see some of their products. Chris Dye made the move, shooting with the Nikon D5200. I don't know if a 6200 exists. Benny Lee's hoping that Nikon adapts the E-mount system. That way they can produce some good native E-mount Nikon lenses. Fathom Rocker's a former Canon user and really thinks they have waited too long to catch up. Moving to Sony was the best decision ever. And Chris Barr, Nikon does not have anything with the PDAF. What does it stand for?
Phase detection,
right? Phase detect autofocus on the sensor. I don't see them having anything close to phase detect on Sony has on full frame. Chris Dye, Canon and Nikon are dead. Sony is just how the market is going. And then Diana says, by the time Nikon and Canon get 4K in most cameras, 8K will be common. LOL. Man, that's going to be crazy times.
Oh my gosh. Cool. Awesome.
All right. Moving on. Chris and Jordan are now working for DP Review. Jason, did you see that coming?
Yeah, I did not see that coming. I was just like, wow. This is a digital rev era all over again.
It's weird. I didn't see that coming. I was actually thinking for the longest time because they're employees of the camera store, right? That business. They're employees of the business. They had a channel. I don't know if in their longer live stream, if they ever mentioned that, were they getting the revenue from their channel? Was it going to them directly or was it going to the owners of the camera store? But if anybody knows that, let us know in the chat. But I was just always wondering about that.
It's tough, it's tricky because you would think like, Kai and Locke would be receiving, well, at least have a paid bump for hosting and generating so much revenue for their YouTube channels. Especially they are getting people. They're not really running advertisements, but they're getting traction to the Digital Rev website for people to buy stuff. So it's the same deal going on for the camera store TV. You have people coming in wanting to meet the host. They're probably visiting the store a lot more, probably have the incentive to buy something. So it's just a question of, are they getting compensated for all of that?
Jason, I'm just realizing, man, if they had the same kind of like driving factor to their channel and to the content, I doubted that they were actually putting affiliate links. So they were obviously linking and encouraging people to buy from their store, right?
Well, still, I mean, like you have the AdSense that's coming in, not necessarily the affiliate links, but the AdSense money that's coming in.
But Jason, they would have killed it both ways, man. You know that. Both AdSense and the affiliate portion, they would be crushing.
Oh, yes. Of course.
And
of course.
I mean, if you were an employee for something and you knew you were generating a lot of revenue, and the truth is, Chris and Jordan are synonymous now with their reviews. And they themselves are the brand. Chris and Jordan are the brand. I wouldn't say it's Camera Store TV. It's another whole Digital Rev situation where Kai and Locke were pretty much sort of the face of Digital Rev. And obviously, I think they have new co-hosts now, Jason. I think they had some folks going to step in, but I don't think it's going to take a really long time, and people gravitated more towards Jordan and Chris.
I think they made the right move with passing the torch thing. You know, like, hey, you know, we are going to DP review, but there are other hosts stepping in our place. Here's us literally passing the torch to them. Whereas Digital Rev was just sort of like out of nowhere, all of a sudden, you got Kai making a video says this is the end, and Locke says I moved on from Digital Rev. It kind of leaves like a really, you know, it keeps you kind of wondering like what the heck happened?
What really happened?
Like, something must have happened behind the scenes, even though they say, oh, nothing, you know, nothing's wrong, but you know, kind of, it's just kind of a sudden change. You know, there's not a formal goodbye. It's just like something that you would catch on their own channel. So the way that the Camera Store TV handled it, I think it's really good on their part. I think like I see in the comments, I see in the like bar that people were welcoming the new hosts a lot better than, you know, Digital Rev. Digital Rev, every video that they've been putting out ever since Kai and Locke left was like huge negative downloads to the video. Yeah. So, I mean,
we'll just see what happens. I mean, you might have a chance to meet him again soon, Jason. You might want to ask him if you get a chance how things are going, like what happened.
I'm always fanboying whenever I see them. I'm like, oh my God, Chris Nichols, Jordan. They're probably freaked out by me by now, so I should probably hold back.
No, but like I said, if I was personally in their particular position, Jason, I would have seen like all the markers for like where we just built a brand, and you notice that the ability for that person to be able to generate revenue and all this different things. Like I said, I'm assuming they're getting paid pretty well now, moving over to DP review. I'm just very glad. I'm very happy for them. Obviously, they're making that move for a lot of good reasons. And you said that there's going to be some potentially great creative opportunities for them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they mentioned it in their A73 review that they're now having that flexibility of being even more unbiased than before. You know, when you're tied to a store that sells stuff, you can't be negative about the products you are trying to sell. So obviously, they probably held back some punches when they were working on the Camera Store TV. Now with DP review, they could be as critical as they need to be and remain fair and unbiased to the stuff they're reviewing. Plus, it's going to be great for DP review, more traction to their website, because they're encouraging people to actually look to pixel peep on their website, check the sharpness, ISO testing, and all that. So I think it's really beneficial in both parties' favor.
Do you think they should have just went on their own, Jason? Like him and Chris?
Nah, they're a perfect team. I think. I don't.
No, I meant like they should just went
like their own channel.
Yeah, just leave Camera Store TV altogether and just them two go ahead and just produce a new channel and just run based off of their background and their viewer base, instead of necessarily tying them in. But the truth is, we don't really know all the agreements behind the scenes. They're the only ones that really know. I guess everything happened there.
We're just speculating. We're just talking for fun.
Maybe we'll have him on the show someday. We'll see. You know, maybe we can ask him on the show someday. I don't know. We'll see. It had to happen in the next 4 shows. But anyway, let's see here. I'm pretty sure you're not really talking about that. I think we're just gonna jump right into our main topic today, Jason.
Okay, all right.
The Tamron 28-75, folks. Let us know if you're gonna pre-order this lens in the chat. Would love to know if you just dropped $800 recently. Tamron 28-75. Also, let us know, were you expecting that price? I kind of expected under 1,000. I know Jason was saying before he was expecting a little more than 1,000 or so, but I thought Tamron.
Did we put any money in on this? Did I lost some chunk of money?
No, we didn't make a bet, but I remember you saying it was like $12.99 or something like that.
Yeah, I was crapping bricks. I was like, I hope there's no recording of me saying, you know.
Oh, it's
bad monetary.
This lens is just, it's just great. I'm really happy because my 24-70 f4 is not as good as I want it to be. I'm just hoping this 28-75 is going to be really good. And Tamron they just killed it with that price. But again, it's not in the hands of people yet for the most part, so we don't know 100% on everything that's going to happen with it. But just on the spec sheet, I like it.
Just based on their image samples that they posted on the website, it looks really good. I mean, like you get to see like the eyes are in really, really sharp focus. The bokeh looks really nice. I mean, like everything about it is just, I mean, obviously it's their own press release, but the fact that we're seeing photos from it, it looks quite promising in terms of image quality.
And the release date is
May 24th.
May 24th. So it's dropping within a month when that lens is out. So
yeah,
I did my pre-order 1-day delivery, I guess, and gonna go ahead and see if I can test it out as soon as possible. So really excited about that lens. So some questions that I have is if you were deciding between the 28-75 and the 24-105 f4 Sony, which one would you get now? That would be an interesting point. You're saving money with this Tamron, by the way.
And it's a 2.8 too.
It is a 2.8. It's going to be really good for low light.
It's not an f4, it's an f2.8. So you're comparing 24-105 f4 versus 28-75 f2.8. So I think a lot of people are definitely going to lean towards the 2.8, and it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. And the thing is, the 24-105 is $1,300 retail. And this Tamron's $800. That's a $500 difference between the two lenses. That's another lens. That's almost another lens you can buy with the same price.
And so for some people, is 28 wide enough? Or people were asking in the chat earlier, we're losing 4 millimeters by getting this lens instead. So is it a big deal? Danny, what do you think?
Have I ever been in a tight spot before? Maybe I would just add like a really wide prime in my bag. Like
That's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah. I mean, like at that point, yeah. I mean, like, so I said that in my video. I was like, if you are always constantly finding yourself backed up to the corner where it's just like you couldn't get any wider, at that point, you really need to add like an ultra wide angle lens into your bag if you're planning to pair it up with a 28-75.
Maybe for the wedding shooters, the event shooters, I can see a 24 coming in handy times, but I don't do it enough. So those of you that are in the chat that shoot weddings all the time in terms of photography, have you ever been backed into a corner to shoot at 24 millimeters? 4 millimeters doesn't seem like a lot, but it can be, you know, especially on the wide end. I definitely understand that.
It can make a difference.
Yeah, it can. It definitely can. But it's one of those situations where, look, you get the 28-75, right, Jason? And then you save $500, put that towards a 16-35 f4 or something like that. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah. But I mean, you would have to get two lenses. It's tough, man. It's tough. Like,
I honestly think like it's not an issue to pair up a prime lens with a run and gun lens like that. But if you were to only have one lens, I think a lot of people will be fine with it. I mean, like you can still accomplish a lot out of this lens.
Yeah, personally for me, I like this focal length range. Even that 75, it gets closer to that maybe portrait range that I like. 28-75 seems fine to me, but we'll see, you know, when I go out and shoot with it. And I find out, you know, I need a little bit wider, but I think 28-75 is pretty good.
And at 28-75, you know, the reason why they're doing that is to essentially keep the lens small and light. If they have a 24, the barrel of the lens is going to be huge. It's going to be as big as the 24-105 and the 24-70. I think the 24-105 is also an 82 millimeter filter thread, right?
The 24-105?
Yeah. What's the filter thread for that again? 77 or 80?
I think it's 77. I think it's 77. Yeah, it's 77.
77. Okay, but with this one, I think it's like almost like 60 something, 67 millimeter. It's really tiny. It's comparatively very skinny, very small, a lot lighter. So it's just that reason why they decide to go with a 28-75 focal length. If you are coming from an 18-105 on your 6500, you're not going to see too much of a difference. You know, you're going to necessarily get a full frame version of that lens with a 28-75.
Not on the far end, unfortunately, but
no. Well, that's the sacrifice you're going to make when you have a 2.8 lens. That is going to come super handy when you're doing any sort of portraits, bokeh. You want some bokeh in your shots, and especially low light situation. It's going to be a fantastic lens.
There was an autofocus test that was posted on Sony Off Rumor. Someone had ran that by the site, and it wasn't a very good autofocus test but it was at least enough to see the native performance on it. But if the native performance is good, I think it's going to be a great event lens, and affordable one, by the way. So if you're looking at getting the G Master for about $2,200, because that's what it goes for retail, the 24-70 G Master, you're saving, Jason, you're literally saving over $1,400.
It's crazy, right?
$1,400. Yes, $1,400. You lose at the wide end, but you gain on the long tele end, and I think that's worth it, honestly, man. Especially folks that are on a budget. All right.
Yes.
Let's check out what is going on in the chat.
Let's see here. Drew Felder says, I'm scared of the image quality at $800. What's wrong with it? That's, we're just going to have to find out, when we get when we get more review samples from other people, or we do ones ourselves. So that's where we'll find out.
I think for me, as long as the sharpness is within reason, I'm not expecting this to be prime sharp, obviously. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting that, but I don't want to see if I shoot with it, I'm seeing like really blurry edges or decentering problems, things like that. I definitely don't want to see that on the lens.
Edges as well. So they're saying it's gonna resolve a lot of details on high resolution cameras. So that'd be interesting to see it getting pit against the G Masters. Since G Masters, the reason why they're so expensive is because they're made for high resolution cameras. So, yeah.
Bob Nolan, of course it's cheaper than the 24-105. I just purchased it. Story. The 24-105 is still a very nice lens.
It's nice. I still like the 24-105 a lot.
Yeah, but you never know. Maybe the Tamron 28-75 becomes trash, and you got the better end of the deal, man. You never know. I'm pre-ordering it, so I'm part of the first group of people that are guinea pigs.
There's always some downside to something, so we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, obviously on paper, on everything right now, it sounds really good, but we'll be skeptics. I'll be a skeptic.
Yeah. Fathom Rocker's asking, he wants Tamron to release a 16-35 f2.8. I wonder, is there a way to release maybe like a 16-24 to make it smaller or lighter? I don't know, because a 16-35 is kind of hefty.
I think their next lens should be a 70-200, to be honest with you. Because right now, I think the Sony is missing a 70-200 f2.8 that is on a budget. Third party, that's on a budget. Because right now, we have a lot of 24-70 options. We're run at focal range 24-105. You can adapt a Sigma 24-70, but we don't have a whole lot of 70-200 that is for the Sony.
Yeah. We'll just see. I'm hoping Sigma and Tamron. Just bring it, man. That's all I'm looking for.
It's a race.
Exactly. It really is a race for the more affordable price point. It's going to sell. This A7 III is just a sign of that already. Adam Street Boys, I have a 35mm, 50mm, and an 85mm. Is the Tamron lens worth it to get? Only, I think, if you only have one camera body and you're doing a lot of event photography, like weddings, for example, and you want one lens, you don't want to switch out. That's how I would look at it. If you have two bodies, don't get it, because you can put a 35 and an 85. There's no need for this this lens, in my opinion.
Lucky Never says he guesses the edge in the corners will not be as sharp like the G Master.
Tag the Shooter says you will notice a difference between 24 and 28. The 4mm is big. I wouldn't doubt it. I know those. It could definitely be a big difference. So.
Yeah, he's also saying a wide prime may be too wide and may have distortion if you're shooting portraits. That could definitely be a case. But again, at that point, if you're shooting, you have the 20-75, you would use that for portraits. For the wide end, you would just use it as a wide angle coverage.
Yeah.
For weddings, for ceremonies, for receptions, not detail shots, but venue shots. That'd be nice to have just that wide lens. For everything else, the 28-75.
Felix Figueroa pre-ordered it last night. Loving the Sony 85 f1.8, but I need another lens for my A7 Mark III. I feel like you need like a 70-200, Felix. Like that's kind of the next lens you want to go ahead and pick up. Consider the 70-200 f4, but if you want one for low light, get the 70-200 f2.8. If you can budget it.
Lucky Never says there's quite a bit of distortions for the 28-75. I've seen some raw samples. It's not very pleasing.
That's the thing. I have different. I like the photos I saw. but
Yeah.
I have very different perspectives on everything. And if your eye is definitely sharper on it and you can tell it, more power to you. But I was pretty happy with what I saw personally.
He's saying, but the sharpness is fine.
Okay, so this distortion then. Distortion?
Just distortion.
So can software fix it? If software can make the corrections, but video, you're screwed, I guess, to some degree. But if Lightroom, for example, correct it, be good. Danny No says if Sony dropped the 24-105 by $200, it would be hard to decide between the two.
I mean, there's always going to be sales for these types of lenses. They will drop $200. 24-105 is still fairly new, so I'd say wait until like more of the holidays. You're going to see the 24-105 drop in price just for like a temporary price drop.
Inside info, SR6. All right,
let's see here.
Tag to shooter, wedding photography, 24 and 28 is a big difference, but when I know I need a real wide, I grab the 16-35 G Master. If you only have one lens, you will need a 24-70. So that's what Tag to Shooter's perspective is on that based on his experience. That's some really good info. I mean, if you're shooting.
And I got people on a DM asking me, should I sell the 24-70 to save money and get the 20-75? Tough choice, man.
But here's the thing. I mean, if you get the 28-75, you would save enough to be able to get, well, okay, if you're starting from scratch, right? You could get the 28-75 and the 16-35 Sony F4 for the same price as the $2,200 24-70 G Master.
Yes.
You could have two lenses if you wanted that combination. But again, if you just want to do one lens, I think the 24-70 might be the way to go. Chris Dye is saying he shoots events with the 16-70. Says he has to back up as much as possible to get a shot here and there.
Okay. Which is nice to have. Matt Black says noise on the video autofocus. OSS on the lens isn't a deal breaker with Sony's IBIS, but saw video autofocus noise may be an issue with this lens. They're saying on the press release that it's quiet. And I know that someone did a test that got posted on Sony Alpha Rumors, and someone did comment on the noise. I think if you have a mic, a shotgun mic, it's probably not going to pick it up. I'm not going to say that for sure because I had to test it out myself, but of course, when you're recording without an external mic of some sort, you're may hear a little noise coming from the camera.
All right.
Sorry, the lens.
Let's see here. Photo Miai 28 is wide enough. If 24mm makes that much of a difference in your situation, you might want to go with an ultra wide. Okay, we're just getting some more feedback on that. Let's see here.
Drew Felder says, yeah, I'm thinking the 2.8 will help me. I'm always in a dark room. Can't use flash 90% of the time. Dennis Moncla says 4mm is bigger on the wide side, but it will pair well with the 16-35.
All right, Pedro Baltazar, I have the 24-105, and I was thinking of selling that and picking up the new 28-75 and the Sony 16-35 f4 with the difference, as long as the image quality doesn't drop too much. Yeah, again, like I think that might be a good way to go. Hey, folks, just FYI, we're going to be heading out to our Q&A section very soon in just like a few minutes. If you have any additional questions that might not be related to what we're talking about right now, go ahead and feel free to drop them into the comments with the hashtag Q&A. We'll prime them up, answer them, and maybe finish the show in about 10 minutes at max. So that's pretty much kind of the wrap up for the Tamron 28-75.
By the way, if you pre-ordered the Tamron 28-75, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't pre-order it, also give us a thumbs up. Thanks.
I'll go ahead and post a B&H link if you do purchase from B&H Photo. Shameless plug here if you're willing to check it out. So
Danny's gotta have some money to fuel his daily production. So
and the extra jetpacks that I'll probably get. And the extra jetpack. I'm really thinking about just adding a bunch of some like 2 or 3 additional Verizon lines just to get more.
Yeah, be sure to check the links because we got to get Danny out to LA. So LA apartments are very expensive, but at least he'll be closer to good Wi-Fi and a lot of tall skyscrapers. So be cool.
Let's see here. Tamron 28-75.
Dang it, it's televisuals. Q&A, that's it. Every time.
There was one other thing that was posted on Sony Alpha Rumors about the fact that there was a registered Sony camera, whether it was the A7S III or the Alpha 6700. But we've talked about this before. But Jason, personally for you, what would you like to see first, the A6700 or the A7S III?
I'm gonna go ahead and say 6700.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, 6700. Okay. What I'm hoping is, Sony Kondo is coming up, right? So I don't know anything. I legitimately don't know anything. But I'm hoping 6700 gets dropped with a new lens, making APS-Cs not dead. So we'll keep the APS-C folks happy. That's what I'm hoping. It's too soon for A7S III just because A7 III just dropped. So I'm hoping A6700, new APS-C body.
I at this point the camera's probably already made, but I really do hope A6700 flip out screen or something, 4K 60p on the 6700. Yeah. That's all I'm really thinking right now.
I mean, okay, if they have 4K 60 on the APS-C body, I'm not even going to be mad because I would legitimately pick that one up and have it as a dedicated 4K 60 camera, even if it's just 5 minutes. Even if it's just 5 minutes, I think it'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good.
The only issue is it going to use the new FC100 battery?
That's true. That is true. I really hope they do. I really hope they make that transition, make it a little bit bigger, fit the Z battery in there, because the battery life on the other one's just it's not there.
Tough. I mean, have you gone back to shoot with your 6500?
Oh God, it sucks. It sucks.
It's a fantastic camera. It's a fantastic camera, guys.
It sucks in the sense that you got to be careful with your battery. You just have to be mindful of it. Have extras, obviously, but with the Z batteries, I don't really worry about having an extra battery anymore. It's not even a non-issue.
I don't have to charge a single thing. It's just a breath of fresh air.
Cool. All right,
awesome.
Q&A, man. Let's hammer this out.
Q&A.
H Zone. Considering returning the Bodice 25 for the 18 for family indoor portraits and occasional landscapes, I have the 24-105 already. Have any of you tried both? I think Jason might be the closest human being to have tried both.
I'm sorry. Considering returning the 25 for 18 for indoor portraits and occasional landscapes at the 24, have you already tried both of what? The 25 and the 18, or the 25 and the 18, the 24 to 105? I don't get the question.
I guess maybe just assume, is this person making the right choice? Sending back their 25 for what they wanted, getting the 25 instead of the 18.
Getting the 18 instead of the 25. I don't know. I personally like the 18 more just because it's wider. I mean, it's 2.8, but it's just because it's wider. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, H Zone. I don't again, I'm not a landscaper, unfortunately.
Okay, I get it now. So with the 18 plus a 24 to 105, I think that's a better combo right there. Yeah.
That's the overlap issue, I guess, of what they're looking at. There's like a bit of an overlap with their ranges.
Yeah.
Evan Polinter's asking, what are you guys thinking about the new Laowa lenses? I personally haven't been following up on those in particular.
I'm definitely going to ask them to send me the 4 lenses that they just announced just to test it out. The 10 to 18 f4 lens. Oh
God, Jason, you disappeared.
My camera died. Okay. Well, let me finish answering this first. The 10 to 18, the f4 is a very curious lens. I wonder how much they're going to charge for that lens, because that would be a great. Is it 10 to 18 for APS-C or for full frame? You remember?
For which one? The Laowa?
The Laowa 10 to 18. I think it's for APS-C.
I don't know. That sounds like an APS-C.
Yeah. So if they have that, and it's significantly less expensive than the Sony 10 to 18, I think it's be a pretty good vlogging lens for people. Even though it's manual focus, it's still going to be a pretty good, decent option for vloggers. Time to switch out batteries.
All right, let me jump here. Casio NSD, getting rid of all my Canon glass, selling my 50mm f1.2. Purchased brand new. What's a good selling price? $1,200 or so, $1,300 maybe. Mako Sports Q&A, is the A7 Mark III's 120 FPS more detailed and not as soft as the 6500 or 6300? I really like the 120 FPS coming out of the A7 Mark III over the APS-C, but that's always like a bias. I mean, it's a newer camera. It's full frame. To me, in my mind, it has more detail, but I'm pretty sure someone's done a much more detailed results. But just for me, looking at the results that I got, they look really good. The 120 FPS on the A7 Mark III Mako Sports. Andrew Park is echoing APS-C is dead. Tag the shooter saying, you guys all saying about the Alpha 6700 coming out. Tag, we just joking, man. We just having a good time.
APS-C is not dead.
Sony A-mount's dead. All right, moving on. Jake Kim, is there a way to do face or eye autofocus within a specific focus area?
Yeah,
instead of the
flexible
whole
spot focusing.
But I feel like it's if it catches it, it'll pick it up. So flexible spot, right?
Well, if you want to really concentrate on a specific area, yeah, you use flexible spot.
All right, Derek Newman. Anyone buying the Rokinon 50mm f1.4 lens from Sony on the B&H Deal Zone? I'm not I thought about it, but the thing is, I already had the Zeiss 55 1.8, and I like that lens, and it's really light, and I really don't see a need to go from 1.4 to 1.8. Doesn't really bother me unless it was a 50mm 1.2. Sony, yeah. All right. Atola Visuals. What is the next Sony camera announcement? Alpha 6. I'm thinking Alpha 6700 though.
Yeah.
What if it's the A77 Mark III, Jason, when you're at Condo?
I literally have no lens for that camera, so I don't know.
You guys get there, you're like, hey, we're ready. We're expecting a camera. It's the Sony Alpha 77 A-mount Mark, like A77 Mark III. Everyone's just like looking at each other like, did you bring lenses for this? Did you bring lenses for this? Everyone's like, what's going on?
They're going to have to like bring a lot of A-mount lenses for us then.
Oh,
we have a super chat donation by Chris Barr. Have we read that out already?
No, I have not. Chris Barr,
okay.
LA Fun officially started. On the flip side, I already called the new renamed A6 APS-C body to fit the new Z battery. Oh, SR6. It's happening.
SR6. Chris Barr caught it now. Sony A6.
Yep.
With the FC battery.
Guys, it's case closed. It's the A6. We're done. It's already. It's
good show, guys. Good show, folks. Good show.
People have no idea what we're talking about here. Chris Barr is our SR6 guy.
We ended. Good show. Good show. That's where we're gonna leave it off right there.
But we just can't. We just got another super chat from Jay San. Just got home from watching the Avengers. What did I miss? Is APS-C still dead? Can you guys summarize everything?
APS-C is as dead as the people in the Avengers. Oh, spoilers.
Oh, Jason.
Spoilers.
Oh my God. Everyone's going to thumb down this video. Damn it, Jason.
Spoilers.
Why would you say that? No one died.
No one died. Wow.
Jason, why would you say that? Okay, anyway, you didn't spoil it. Obviously, things happen in movies, so it doesn't really say much. It's fine. All right.
You know what I heard? I heard they're going to find the Dragon Balls, and they're going to resurrect every single one.
Jason, you are spoiling the entire movie.
They're going to resurrect everybody with the Dragon Balls.
All about the Dragon Balls, man. All right.
Dragon Balls.
Wait, oh God, I'm just waiting for this. Let's see. Ethan's asking, do you have any recommendations for a rapid lens changer? What rapid lens changer? Doesn't Peak Design have like a little, or is that some other brand that holds like a lens?
That's one. Peak Design.
Jason, just to follow up, as far as quick summary on things, man, we were just joking around with the APS-C because we're thinking that the A6700 is going to come out instead of the A7S III first. That was kind of the little joke we were going on there. And we just chatted about the 28-75 today. That was kind of our main thing. Let's see. Tag's asking about the base plate now with the Zhiyun crane. Jason.
Okay. Okay. So you talked about the 24-70 G Master on the Crane Plus. It's just way too heavy. So if you're using lighter lenses, use the Manfrotto RC2 quick release plate. That's the one that I use on my Crane Plus.
There you go.
Yeah. See, Rodell, Q&A, can we have a 2-hour live stream with Atola Visuals with you guys next Monday? I probably won't be able to join the show next Monday because I'll be at Condo. So Danny, maybe can arrange something with Kitty.
Maybe we can get a few, like some other folks in there. All right, we'll see if we can do that.
If you get Kitty on the show, just prepare for a 3-hour live stream.
Oh my God.
You're not going to sleep. It's a party with her.
Oh boy. All right, we shall see. Unless you can stream from there if they're not busy that first day. Is Monday the first day?
That Monday is sort of like, I think they have a welcome thing at night, so I'm not sure.
Dude, just live stream with everybody there. Just bring,
Okay,
just have everybody there.
I just tune in with my phone and just be like, all right, guys.
Yeah, we'll connect live and you know, let us know the goods when they drop the morning. Obviously, because I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of announcement probably. But yeah, you know,
Sony A6. Sony A6.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
Chris Barr, source Chris Barr, SR6.
Danny knows still asking, is the Vong thong still a thing? Hashtag Q&A.
Whatever happens in Vegas live chat stays in the Vegas live chat, yes. but Atola Visual said she's gonna be producing my merch. So
dude, you're good, man.
She has her merch coming. She got to sell something, make some money first, and then she can start cranking out my thongs. So, anyways,
okay, that went that's fast. Vincent Vega Q&A. Do the links provide help for you guys out at all? They actually really do.
They do.
They actually really.
It helps us more than you think. Yeah,
with a sizable amount of links, yes, they definitely do. They definitely do. Jason is asking, is this show number 4 in the countdown to the final show? Yeah, I think for sure the last show, obviously we'll meet up, do a show, and then bring everybody else that wants to come to the show. You know what I'm saying, Jason? Like a live. Like I said
last time, it's like an epic wrap up. We're gonna bring back every guest that we had on the show, the 5 guests that we.
Let's see. I'm for sure done after May, so
he's done with the live show after May. What?
We'd have to do if we were gonna do like something where I come down or whatever to LA or something. It'd have to happen in June, so for sure. June 4th or something like that, or something. People are like, what's going on? I think that's going to do it, Jason. Is there anything else you want to share with everybody?
I'm pretty sure that we'll just keep doing shows and we'll always say, this is the last show, guys. But we'll just
maybe that is the title of the new show. The last show.
The last show. Season 2. Wait, we're in season 2 right now, right? Okay, season 1 is just pure Monday Live. Season 2 is Potato Live. Season 3 is the last show.
Yes, it's been a long time coming.
Use the potato icon today. Nice.
I did. I finally did it. I was like, oh god, how do I put the potato? Because I lost the option to put like those little emojis on there. But folks, I just want to let you know, those of you that joined us this evening, thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. Don't forget to leave a like if you can. We'd always appreciate those. And thank you again for joining us every evening. Jason Vong, is there anything you want to say before we head on out this evening?
Rodell Photo says the last potato. There you go.
That's the final episode title, The Last Potato.
Last potato. We just have a potato.
There won't even be a title, just be potatoes the entire time. You guys will know what that means when it's just potatoes. It's the
potato merch coming soon.
Dude, that'd be so awesome. But anyway, man.
Wait. What if we just really sell potatoes? Like legitimately, we're setting up an e-shop that sells potatoes.
Literally just potato merch. It's just like us, our faces shaped like potatoes.
Yeah, our faces. And then like we'll have like different ones. We'll have our faces, individual faces, a Sony camera on it or something. We'll make it happen.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Folks,
cool.
That's going to do it for me. Again, if you want to find Jason, just search up Jason Vong. Jason Vong, right, Jason? On YouTube,
just
Instagram. Just search Jason Vong. He's claimed that already. Folks, and again, I think next week's show, might end up on mine again. Is that possibly going to happen?
That will likely be the case. Yeah.
Okay, so join me again next week. We'll see how that goes, and we will see all of you guys again next time. Thank you so much again for joining us. Peace. Jason.
Peace.
See you guys later. Bye.